Hi everyone, this is a quick video on the equation of parabola. We are going to be looking at the vertex form and the standard form. Okay, so we see here the equation of parabola. This is a case 1. We have y equals a into x minus h squared plus k. Okay, and we see that the vertex of this parabola is hk and the foci is h into k plus 1 over 4a, and the directrix is y equals k minus 1 over 4a. Okay, I would like to point out something here. From this equation, we can observe that the y has an exponent of 1 and y the x has an exponent of 2. What this means is that one value of y would give us two values of x. That can also mean that the graph is going to look this way. So the graph has to look this way for one value of y. Let's say I have a value of y here and I trace this. If I draw a horizontal line across y, you see that we have two values of x here. We have a value of x here, we have a value of x here. I can call this value here x1 and I call this value here x2. Okay, so you can use this to find the shape of your parabola. Now this, at this point here, at the base of the parabola is our vertex, okay, which is what we call h k, okay. Then somewhere up here it's our foci, okay, and the foci, if you notice, the foci has the same value for x. That's because the foci has the same value for x, so it remains h for x, but the value for y changes, and it changes by k. That means k plus 1 over 4a. Okay, now the directrix is somewhere here, which is the horizontal line that has equal distance to the vertex with the foci. Okay, so the directrix is y equals k minus 1 over 4a. Now we subtract that value because it is below the vertex, okay, but the foci is above the vertex. And that is why we add 1 over 4a, but the directrix is below the vertex, and that is why we subtract 1 over 4a from k. I hope we understand this. Okay, so that leads us to a question. So we have this question, y equals 4 into x minus 6 squared plus 2, and we are asked to find the vertex, the foci, and the directrix. Okay, but let me rewrite this question. We have y equals 4 into x minus 6 squared plus 2. Now this is equivalent to our formula, which is y equals a into x minus h squared and plus 2. So when we compare both equations, we can see that a is 4, h is 6, and k, this is k, and k is 2. Okay, so that means that 1 over 4a would be 1 over 4 times 4, which is 1 over 16. I guess this is clear. So from this, we can find the vertex. A vertex is hk, and your h is 6, and a k is 2. Okay, so let's see what the others are. I have to rub this off. Good. So now we look for the foci. The foci is h into k plus 1 over 4a. Okay, that gives us a h is 6, then a k is 2, then plus 1 over 4a is 1 over 16. Now we can find the LCM, and what we get is 6. 2 plus 1 over 16 is 2 whole number, 1 over 16. Or you can convert that to an improper fraction, which should be 33 over 16. Okay, or convert it to a decimal point. Okay, that is it. Then finally we have to find our directrix. So from that value, we say our directrix okay, equals k minus 1 over 4a. That is k, let me rub this off. Okay, which is a k is 2 minus 1 over 16. And that would give us 32 minus 1. That is 31 over 16. Fine. So that is the solution to that equation. So if I am asked to plot the diagram, let me rub this off quickly. Okay, to plot this diagram, I said earlier that from the equation we can see that one value of x is giving us two values of y. So our diagram is definitely going to look like this. Let's say we said our vertex is 6 and 2. Okay, that's hk. That means when x is 6 and y is 2. So let's say we have our x 6 here, then y 2 here. So this, let's say this is 6, this is 2, and we have our point here for the vertex. Then our foci is 6 and 2 whole number 1 over 16. That should be somewhere here. Our foci should be somewhere here. Okay, then our directrix should be our directrix is 6 and 31 over 16. That should be somewhere down here. Okay, so graph is going to look like this, exactly like this. Okay, so that is the answer to this question. So let's see the case 2. And here this is the vertex form, case 2, and this is the equation. We have x equals a into y minus k squared plus h. Now the vertex still remains hk, and the directrix in this case, the foci is h plus 1 over 4a and k, okay? And y, the directrix, is h minus 1 over 4a. Okay, I'd like to explain something quickly here. That from the equation we can see that a value of x is going to give us 2 values of y. That's because the exponent of x is 1, the exponent of y is 2. Okay, so that suggests that our graph is going to look this way. Okay, so this graph suggests that a value of y, a value of x, a single value of x would give 2 values of y if we are to draw a vertical line this way. Okay, so somewhere here is our vertex, which is hk. Now somewhere here is going to be our foci, and our foci has the same value of y with our vertex, but different value of x. Okay, so that is the reason why we have that increment here of 1 over 4a. Okay, so let's quickly see an example. Here we have an equation, x equals 4 into y minus 3 squared plus 5, and we are asked to find the vertex. Now this equation looks exactly or has the same form with y equals a into y minus k squared plus h. Okay, and if we compare both equations, we can conclude that a equals 4, k equals 3, and h equals 5. Okay, so that means that our vertex, which is hk, is gonna be 5, 3. Okay, then foci, which is h plus 1 over 4a. Okay, this k, that is our foci. That it's going to be, let's find 1 over 4a is going to be 1 over 16 also. Okay, so this h is 5. So we have 5 plus 1 over 16. Then k is 3. Okay, so 5 plus 1 over 16 can be 5 whole number, 1 over 16, then we have 3 for k. Okay, that can be our foci. And the next is the directrix. So the directrix, it's gonna be hx. In this case, the directrix is on the x-axis. X is equal to h minus 1 over 4a. Okay, that gives us 5 minus 1 over 16, and that is going to be 80 minus 1, that's 79 over 16. Okay, this is the solution to the equation given. Now let's draw the graph for this very question. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. So we have a graph this way, the y-axis, the x-axis, and we said our vertex is 5, 3, so x is 5, y is 3. If we trace that, we are going to have our foci this way. Our vertex. Okay, so then our foci is h. Okay, our foci is 5 whole number 1 over 16, which is somewhere here. That is our foci. Then our directrix is 5 minus 1 over 16, which is somewhere here. Okay, so that means our graph is going to look this way. Oh, sorry. Let me rub that off. Our graph is going to look this way. Okay, and our directrix is going to look this way. So this is the graph for the equation. You can use GeoGebra to confirm that. That's fine. So we move on to the next, which is the standard form. The standard form is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so in this form, our vertex is negative b over 2a, and y, okay, and y, the axis of symmetry x, is negative b over 2a. So let's see an example here. So here we have we're given 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 equals 0. Okay, so this is our a. Our a is the coefficient of x squared, and this is our b, which is 3, coefficient of x, and this is our c, which is negative 5. Okay, the 0 here is our y. So with this, we can find our vertex. That means negative b over 2a is equals to negative 3 over 2 times 2. Okay, that gives us negative 3 over 4. So we can conclude here Alright, our vertex is negative 3 over 4 and 0. That's because our y is 0. So this is the vertex of this equation, and our line of symmetry, which is x equals to negative b over 2a, means our line of symmetry is negative 3 over 4. Okay, so this comes to the end of the class. Thank you.